Right then, morning all. Another Dartmoor day hike today. We have just parked up, or I've just parked up at the Dartmoor National Park Visitor Centre in Poatsbridge, and I'm heading up towards the East Dart Waterfall, and I'm going to take in I think it's higher white and lower white tours in one order or another. Anyway, lovely day. We've had some serious weather the last few days, so first break in the weather for a couple of days, and I'm going to get up there and get out there. Alright, I'll bring you along. Well, straight out of the gate you can see how much water's coming down off the hills from the rain, but it's quite cool. Just round the corner from the car park and crossing a tiny little bridge. Right, so across the river, bit of weather coming in now, so just going to switch to the DJI, waterproof this camera because it's expensive and not waterproof, and get my rain jacket on for a bit. Okay, so bit of fiddling around with the GoPro, well not the GoPro, take that back, bit of fiddling around with the DJI Mini. It's actually starting to come down a bit now, so I'm glad I waterproofed the other camera. Still in the same place. Here we go. Dartmoor weather, changeable, and it's quite good because I've let the there was a couple walking about 4 dogs behind me, so maybe now I can do a bit more filming. Anyway, best get on with it before somebody alerts me missing. So we're still climbing up towards the waterfall, but there's the view as we see it now. That's a bit of a forest and a bit of a tour just there. So, stunning day actually. Don't mind it when the clouds are out and the rain comes and goes so much, makes it a bit more interesting. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. Excuse the wind, it's pretty breezy today. So we're heading up there towards the waterfall still. You know, not too far from the car. I'm pretty knackered, to be honest. And just spinning you around there. So that is a bit of a forest. And over there in the distance, pretty sure that's Bell of a Tour. Well, as you can see, the weather's kind of come in again. Pretty minging over there. Apologies for the sound. I'm back to the DJI, so there's no dead cat. Well, I'll see if I can sort that out at some point. Hopefully you can see East Dart Waterfall coming into view. So I'm just walking down to the waterfall and then we've got to walk back up the way we came to head over to the two tours, Higher White and Lower White. But to be fair, if it gets much worse, I might just chuck the towel in for the day. It's pretty miserable all of a sudden. And I can see lumps of ice on the ground as well from we had a massive hailstorm and stuff yesterday. Anyway, here we go down to the waterfall. Well, as you can see, I didn't get much further. I had to stop putting the gloves on because the hail's coming again. So I might just head back over the hill towards the tours and not bother going all the way down to the waterfall, because it's just pointless down and then back up again. Struggling to get the gloves on anyway. My hands are wet and they're fleece lined, so as you can imagine it's pretty sticky trying to get those on. But anyway, onwards and upwards, I guess. Not sure if you can see it over there, but it's a rainbow, and a rainbow can only mean one of two things: My Little Ponies, Care Bears. Let's see which one it is. Right, so, okay, come back over the hill from the waterfall-ish. I'm sure it would have been much more pretty had the sun been shining over that side, but as you can see behind me, the rain's passed over, the hail actually is passed over. I'm still on the DJI, so apologies if the wind noise is a bit brutal and there's anything wrong with the picture. I'm still getting used to this thing. So we have got back to the stile that I crossed. Just before that we turned right and we're going down the hill slightly in order to go back up again towards the two tours. When I get up there, I think I'm going to have a little bit of a reorg. I've got gloves in my pocket, I've got all sorts going on that I've taken out of my bag for that unexpected bit of weather. So I'm going to carry on, but for now let's just give you a quick 360. So that was where the hill that I've just come down. That's where we're going, pretty much following the wall. And look, there's the valley. You can see the cloud, bell of a forest, bell of a tour, and all that. So yeah, probably I'll see you at the top of the tour, the first tour of the day. Here we go again with the weather. So it's probably a bit windy for you to hear me, but I'm going to try anyway. Excuse the water all over the screen. It's kind of hailing, snowy, sleety stuff. So I'm carrying on. The one thing I would say is that I might not go all the way up to the tour, I might just traverse around the base of them. At the bottom of this hill, there's a path that breaks left and goes round, sort of traverses the tour. So I might just take that, given that it's turning pretty horrible here. It just looks like it's going to keep rolling over like brutal sort of like attacks of weather. It's really not very nice right now. The wind's freezing. Like I say, hailstones, cold winds. So let's see how we go when we get a bit closer. I mean, I'll just show you the valley. You can see it. I mean, it looks a bit brighter over there where it's kind of coming from, but I would suggest it's going to be in and out all day. I'm going to check the map at the bottom here and see if there's a way to maybe get up to one of them with it, like perhaps the first one, Lower White Tor, and then dropping back down again rather than going all the way up to the top. But let's see. I mean, you never know. I might just say fuck it and carry on anyway. You know I love a bit of running water. That's the one of the good things about Dartmoor, and this time of year there's plenty of fast flowing water around. So I think we're just going to nip across there, and up the top of there is Lower White Tor. So fuck it, we're going to go for it. Yeah, whatever, man. It's only a bit of water, isn't it? Like the rain, bit of wind, bit of rain. It's fine. Let's get up there and see how we're going. Right, then, Higher White Tor. Look at that, pretty minging. So just standing behind that, because all the weather's coming from over this way. In fact, let's see if there's a slightly better place to hang out. Oh, that was this. Oh yes, that's lovely. Okay, so as I said, I'll probably just hang out here for a few minutes and just reorg. Now I think if I'm right, I'll have a look at the map shortly, but I think the one side of Higher White Tor is within the wild camping boundary, and one side is outside of it. So I think it's let's think about this. So the Belliver Forest side, the side that we've come up from the waterfall, that's the side that's not within the wild camping boundary. And as you can see, it's starting to hail again. Lol. So maybe I'll just keep going, keep the old gloves in the pocket, just in case I need them. Speaking of gloves, my hand's freezing holding this camera, so I'll get up there and I'll see if I can give you a bit of a view with this thing. Not that there'll be much to see given how minging it is today, but nevertheless, 2 tours Saturday. Anyway, 2 tours today. Let's move on. So taking a view of these. Oh, of a, give you a bit of a walk there. There you go. Bit of a break in the cloud there. Let's go and see what's over there, shall we? So there we are, a bit of a lower white tour. I've just ducked down behind this rock because the breeze is coming up behind me and I want you to be able to hear me. So that's tour number 1 of the day. There's a few people out. Looks like some sort of Girl Scout troop or Girl School something doing some orienteering. But as you can see here, there's a bit of water kicking around. So, and over there is where we're going. That's higher white. So up and over there, and then off to the left. So I'm having to get close to the mic, sorry, and I've got watery old lady eye because the wind blows straight into my face. Anyway, I lied just then, that wasn't high white tour, I'm still at the top of it now. So here's a 360. Quick one, sorry. And I'll spin you around now and just point out a couple of the other bits and pieces that I can see. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me. That's Longford tour. The two over there in the distance, that's Bear Down tour. So that's where I was on my birthday. And just to the right of that, in front of that hill, I think that's Rough Tour. So, at the top of White Tour. Anyway, there you go. That's my view. Again, there's Bellover Forest over there. That sun's coming in. That's where I was a second ago, just there, just the other side of that. I am going to put this camera away and put my hands in my pockets for 2 minutes to warm up. Right then, come back down a little bit now. So, hopefully it's not quite so windy and you can hear me. Just checked all trails and we are currently 4.4 miles into today. The total distance was plotted at 6.91. Now it's likely we're probably 6.5 maybe, because we didn't do that all the way over to the waterfall and back. Maybe a little bit more, I don't know. But as you can see, finally, looks like we're going to have like a couple of minutes, excuse me, looks like we're going to have a few minutes of sunshine. I'm still walking in the Arc'teryx Gore-Tex jacket because otherwise I'll never get home. I'll be spending all my day taking my pack off and putting it on and taking it off and putting it on. There is an awful lot of surface water around. Having to kind of negotiate and navigate through, like now, and around some quite marshy areas. But nevertheless, we're having a lovely day. I'm glad, straight up over the top of the boot because I'm not paying attention. I'm really glad that I went up to those tours despite the weather being a bit filthy. Excuse me, I should stop walking. Yeah, so I'm really glad I went up there despite the weather being horrible. It was definitely worth it. So let's just have a little look round now. What do you reckon? Pretty cool, right? That's where we're off to, over there behind me. And obviously that's where we've been. It's like up to the top there. Anyway, I'm going to put you away for a sec so I can A, try not to go up to my knees in a bog, and B, enjoy the scenery a little bit. It's not that I don't want to get dirty. I just don't want to end up going over my ankles and knees into unnecessary shite. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh. It's all going wrong. I'm hungry and I'm tired. That's why. And let that be a lesson to you actually. Make sure you stop and have lunch. Unlike me, do as I say, not as I do. Because I've had one small graze flapjack bar today, apart from my breakfast. So this is when mistakes are made, start stumbling and tripping over stuff. So keep your calorie intake up, and then you'll be able to concentrate a bit better. Anyway, less of the preaching, more of the walking. We are currently almost at the end for today. This is roughly where I started filming, so we're very, very close to being done. Nearly back at the Dartmoor National Park Visitors Centre post bridge, which is where I parked. Obviously it gets quite busy there. There's a number of routes that can come off that car park, so getting there early. But Belliver's quite close. There's a couple of car parks there, and there's a few slightly further down the road. I think it's the B3352 from memory. So yeah, I think I'm going to sign off now. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe. Don't forget to slag me off to all your friends, and I'll see you on the next one. Lots of love, yeah? Mind, there you go.